change the world.
There you go.
Okay. You have. Well, I mean, it'll be different volume when I'm singing.
Would you love?
Right. Okay. Okay.
Does the piano sound loud? No?
Turn down the gain. I was wondering. Heat.
I love it. Ah,
It's resonating.
how you doing, Laura? Back there, Laura.
Good morning.
How you doing back there, Laura? How you doing? How are you? Hey,
Good morning.
it looks good. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Chattanooga. This
Good
beautiful,
morning.
beautiful day. This is Catherine. Do y'all remember Catherine?
Hi, y'all.
Say hi, Catherine. Yeah. Hey. All right.
Love, love, love everybody. Love, love, let's sing about love. Love, love, love everybody. Love, love, love when it's hard to love. Love, our loving will change the world.
Sing.
Sing, sing, sing all together. Sing, sing, sing when it's hard to sing. Sing, our singing will change the world.
Care.
Care, care, care for each other. Care, care, care for the ones in need. Care, our caring will change the world.
Share.
Share, share, share who you are and share, share, share when it's hard to share. Share, our sharing will change the world.
Love, love.
Love, love, love everybody. Love, love, love when it's hard to love. Love, our loving will change the world. 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 Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Good morning, Unity. Good morning. This morning's prayer that spoke to me was thanking our spiritual guardians. Holy Mother, Father God, divine loving light and heart of the universe. Thank you, guardians in the spirit world, who watch over us and help us along the way. Thank you for your guiding through our thoughts, through our actions, as well as our feet, so that when we become lost, we return. And when we become afraid, your presence will find us and give us confidence and courage once again. I am so grateful. I humbly thank you. We humbly thank you with all of our hearts for your assurance and your assistance and your guidance. Amen. With infinite gratitude.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the
Be gentle to yourself. My love, my love. You can be no one else. My love, my love. Speak kind words, softly, lovely. Speak loving words, slowly, my dear. Be the place where your heart is lifted up. Look inside, give it all you've got. Lift yourself high. Lift yourself high. This world will have you looking everywhere, but inside yourself, this one is tired of looking everywhere. Gonna love myself. Gonna speak kind words, knowing I'm doing my best. Gonna speak loving words, I am mine to protect. Gonna speak kind words, knowing I'm doing my best. Gonna speak loving words, I am mine to protect. Lift yourself higher. Lift yourself higher. Lift yourself higher. Lift yourself higher. Where there is fear, let there be love. Let there be peace. Let there be joy. Where there is fear, may there be love. May there be peace. May there be joy. Lift yourself higher. Come on. Lift yourself higher. Yeah. Lift yourself higher. Lift yourself higher. Lift yourself higher. 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 Lift yourself higher. 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 Be gentle to yourself, my love, my love. You can be no one else, my love, my love. Happy Sunday, everybody. Ah, that beautiful smile back there is just so lovely. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right, good to see you. All right, welcome to Unity.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Unity of Chattanooga Sunday Celebration Service. It's great to see you all here today. Seeing some new faces. That's awesome. My name is Mona Petro, and I've been coming to Unity for about, I guess, maybe 5 years, and I welcome you all, and it's great to see you. This morning, we're honored to welcome Kelsang Dechok, a Buddhist nun, to share about living modern Buddhism. I've attended several of the Kadampa Buddhist meditations over the past year and a half, and I just have to say that it has enriched my life so. It has broadened my understanding of my spiritual path, and it aligns so closely with the teachings of unity is the teachings of Buddhism. So I think you'll see a lot of similarities. I'd like to also welcome everyone who is joining us on Facebook Live. We are deeply grateful for your presence and loving energy that you bring today. And remember, you can share this message with anyone who might be blessed or uplifted by today's service. And I am certain you will all be blessed and lifted today in the service. Is there anyone here joining us for the first time? Please raise your hands, and we will have a packet about Unity of Chattanooga as well as the New Thought Movement. Inside you'll find a card that you can fill out and place in the offering basket if you would like to receive our newsletters bi-monthly. And as a congregation, we now share our love and appreciation with the blessings. So let's warm up our hands. And together we'll say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Thank you. Okay. Unity of Chattanooga is a global, inclusive, and vibrant spiritual community part of the New Thought movement known as Unity Worldwide Services. We share practical and uplifting teachings designed to help people of all faiths create positive change in heart, mind, and future, and to support all in living healthy, prosperous, and meaningful lives. So to start with, we will start with a few announcements. With your generosity, our building fund has continued to grow, and we've received so far $3,500 just in September. There's still a little over $20,000 available in the match fund, so it's not too late to take advantage of the match, and it will double your gifts. On Tuesday, September the 23rd at 10:45, our Spiritual Connection book study group meets again featuring the book In the Flow of Life, written by Eric Butterworth. And they will start, or they're actually going to continue on chapter 4. So all are welcome to attend. Then on Thursday evening, September 25th at 6:30, Noam Stark and Eric Miller host the Metaphysical Discussion Group. Next Sunday, we welcome one of our favorite speakers, Gregory Fisher, and he will be speaking on the innocent misunderstanding of separation from God. So we're going to find out more about that. Okay. Now is the time in our service where we invite you to stand and greet one another as we honor each other's personal comfort level, personal space. Please share a handshake or a warm welcome. Okay, let's start to find our seats now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, good. Okay, today we are honored to welcome Kelsang Dechok, a Kabbalah. Kadampa, sorry, I trip over that word sometimes, a Buddhist nun and the resident teacher at Kadampa Meditation Center in Atlanta, Georgia. She has studied and practiced Buddhism for over 20 years and served in many roles, including administration, artwork, and the director of Kadampa Publications US. Ordained in 2006, she has studied and taught in both the US and the UK. In 2023, became the resident teacher of KMC in Georgia. Kelsang is known for her sincerity and playful, helping students see the Buddha teachings and can bring peace and clarity into modern life. Today, she will present a talk on clarity of the mind and how to develop and maintain that special experience of inner peace. Okay. So staying within Buddhist traditions, please stand in silence and as respectful to the teachings of Buddhism. Put our hands to our hearts.
Is it on? Hello? Hello? Okay, maybe I just need to speak close to it. Yeah, you can hear me? Everybody can hear me? Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, for having me up here. I'm very delighted to have this opportunity to meet you and share some of my understanding of Buddhism, which I have gained from my teacher, who is a Tibetan Buddhist monk named Geshe Kelsang Gyatso Rinpoche. So anything that I'm sharing today that's of worth remembering is coming from Venerable Geshe-la. So Buddhist meditation, you know, there's many different types of meditation, as you probably know. I understand that you engage in meditation here quite regularly. So I'd like to just share a little bit about, in particular, what Buddhist meditation for Kadampa Buddhist. So the meditation is essentially it's a mind that is focused, single-pointedly focused on a virtuous object. And its function is to make the mind peaceful and calm. So there's a few things in there that I'd like to sort of highlight or pull out. So it's a mind that's single-pointedly focused. So for us, a meditation is finding a virtuous object such as compassion, such as wisdom, and renunciation. So these are what we call lam rim meditations, or stages of the path to enlightenment. So when we focus on these, we're trying to keep our mind on that particular object. Now, I know these days it's incredibly hard to keep your mind still. You know, there's so much activity, there's so much stimulation, and so to be asked to sit and keep your mind focused on one thing, it feels like a tall order. But it's doable. Just like anything, it just takes practice. And, if you want to become good at anything, say you want to learn to run a marathon, it's going to take some warming up, some practice, and it's not going to happen overnight. But because the fact that we all have a mind means that we all have the potential to be able to meditate, to really focus on something, if we put in the time and the effort. So there's a particular type of meditation that's called Mahamudra meditation. And I'd like to share a little bit about that with you today, and then I can guide you in a meditation at the end that is a Mahamudra meditation. So I'm going to be referencing this book. It's called Mahamudra Tantra, and it's by my teacher, Geshe Kelsang. So in here he says, so the training in Mahamudra is very special. Its temporary purpose is to make our mind progressively more subtle and therefore more peaceful, and to reduce our delusions such as anger and attachment so that we can solve many of our daily problems. However, the ultimate aim of this training is to ultimately attain enlightenment. So there's some temporary benefit to this, and that it will help us to calm our mind, help us to gain that space so that we don't naturally fall into well-worn grooves of anger, irritation, frustration, jealousy, anxiety, and help us to maintain instead within us a peace in our mind, a clarity. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, these meditations. Like that. Okay. So can you hear me? Yeah. How's that? Whew. Okay, we'll get there in the end. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you gotta love technology. Okay, so we're good. Oh yeah, that sounds much better, doesn't it? Okay, great. Whew. Okay, so now let's see, where were we? So we were talking about these Mahamudra meditations, and what they are meditations on the mind. So in order to do that, first of all, we need to know, what is our mind? What's the nature of our mind? So if I were to ask any of you, or maybe, somebody out in Chattanooga, hey, what would you say the mind is? I think most people would probably say, yeah, it's your brain. That's right. Yeah, that's the common sort of thought process, that the mind, the brain are kind of synonymous. Well, Buddha has another idea. So I'd like to share what his idea or understanding of the mind is. And that is that it's not the same thing as the brain. Right? So it has a connection. There's absolutely a connection. But it's not the same thing. It's not a tangible organ within our body. You know, so it's not a physical or a byproduct of a physical process. Rather, it is something that has no form, no shape, no color, no tactile properties. You can't smell it, can't taste it. It's a formless continuum. And its nature is clarity, which means that it is empty like space. So it's not something we can touch, it's not something we can take a picture of, but it's something that's very powerful. We all know the function of our mind, to understand things, to perceive things. We can see with our mind, we can touch things with our awarenesses that are connected to our mind. But we can't, we can't touch it. There's nothing tangible there. It's empty like space, and it's so clear. It's nature's clarity. So like the glass is very clear. A mirror is very clear so that you can see through it or you can see your reflection. But the mind is so clear that it can perceive. Unlike glass or a mirror, it has an essence. It's sentient. Versus a glass or a mirror is inanimate. It's an inanimate object, so it can't perceive, but the mind can perceive. So I'd like to read to you a little bit of this description of the mind from this book. So our mind is principally located in the region of our heart channel wheel, or our heart chakra, so like in the center of our chest. Its nature is clarity. This means that it is empty, like clear space, and that it is a formless continuum, completely lacking shape and color, which possesses the actual power to perceive, understand, and remember objects. So it's something very different than anything else in this world. There is nothing comparable to the mind. And each one of us has a mind. Each one of us has this formless continuum within us. And it has different levels. So right now, as far as I can tell, we all have the gross mind that is appearing, which means our waking mind. Unless some of you are good at falling asleep with your eyes open. In which case, if you are asleep, then you're experiencing your subtle mind. So we have our waking mind, our gross mind, our subtle mind, and then our very subtle mind, which is what we experience when we're deep, deep sleep. We also experience this mind at the time of death. So this is the mind that we always have, that goes with us from life to life. This mind is what is our Buddha nature, our potential to become an enlightened being. So our gross waking mind, it's temporary. It disappears when we go to sleep. Our subtle mind is our dreaming mind. It disappears when we wake up. But our very subtle mind is always present. We're not aware of it, but it's there. And so, as I said, normally it can manifest in deep sleep or at the time of death, but if we train in meditation, we can also purposely manifest it in meditation. Why would we want to do that? because this mind is so incredibly peaceful. It's so blissful. And it's ours. It's ours. It's in there. It's just a matter of accessing it, allowing it to manifest. So if we can learn how to access it through meditation, then what will happen is that naturally, as a byproduct of our meditations, we will become more peaceful, more contented, less likely to be, blown by the winds of whatever's happening around us. It's like we can stay stable, peaceful, in that very subtle space. So, the meditation that we're going to do, which I will guide you through, it's called the Root Mind Meditation, and it comes from a series of meditations called Clear Mind for Meditation, Meditations for a Clear Mind. So, in this meditation, as I said, I'll guide you. So, don't worry if you don't get it right away. It's one of these things that sometimes it can take time. But I would encourage you to try and focus, but in a relaxed way. If we're trying really hard to hold that object, then it kind of ruins the meditation. It takes the peace out of it. So in a relaxed way, we just try and stay focused, and then of course, thoughts, feelings, they're going to come and go. But part of this meditation is actually integrating that. So, we could say that our mind is like an ocean, and our thoughts and feelings are like waves of the ocean. So they're not separate. They're the same nature. They're the same nature of the ocean, just as our thoughts and feelings are the same nature as our mind. So what does that mean? They're also formless. They also, have empty like space. So they're not so tangible and I don't know, sometimes our thoughts and feelings can feel so real, so solid, and affect us deeply. And we feel like, well, this is me, this is how I think, this is my opinion. But in reality, it's just like our mind. Its nature is clarity. So in this meditation, we're just going to imagine, see our thoughts and feelings that will inevitably arise, because that's just how our mind works. And then we just dissolve it back in to our root mind. And eventually, the idea is to just stay focused on that root mind itself. Does that make sense? Okay. So should we give it a try? Okay, great. So please find a comfortable meditation posture. So you want to have your back straight, but not tense. Your hands resting in your lap, and your eyes partially closed. So please spend just a few moments now beginning to relax your body and your mind. Allowing any stress or tension that you might be holding to begin to fall away. And we can generate a positive motivation for engaging in this meditation so that it'll bring benefit to ourselves and to everybody else. The object of this meditation is your root mind, which is located at your heart center. which is located in the very center of your chest. Just as waves arise from the ocean and subside back into it, so all your mental activity arises from your root mind and dissolves back into it. The function of your mind is to be aware, to know. Without your mind, you would have no awareness at all. The nature of your mind is clarity, an empty like space. So now mentally picture your root mind located at your heart center, in the very center of your chest, the root of all your awareness, the nature of clarity and empty like space. Try to gain an image of your root mind and focus on it. It is located at your heart center, the root of all your awareness. The nature is clarity. Focus on the clarity of your root mind. Let all your awareness gather into your root mind at your heart center and mix with it so that it feels as if you are meditating from there. Let go of the thoughts that seem to be in your head and move the center of your awareness to your heart center. And just as waves arise from the ocean and then subside and become one with the ocean again, so each time a thought begins to arise, just see it as arisen from the clarity of your root mind and dissolve it back in. Keep watching your thoughts dissolve into the clarity of your root mind at your heart center until your thoughts completely subside and all you perceive is clarity. This clarity of your root mind is your object of meditation. Focus on this experience and enjoy the inner peace it evokes. as you begin to arise from the meditation, and your thoughts and other mental activity resume. See them as the nature of clarity, arisen from your root mind. And whenever negative or deluded thoughts arise, simply dissolve them back into the clarity of your mind. And we can mentally dedicate the positive energy that we have accumulated during this meditation to the health and happiness of both yourself and others. Now you can open your eyes and arise from the meditation. So I think that this meditation can continue to function, if we want it to, in our daily life, by remembering just that our thoughts, our feelings are none other than the nature of our mind. And so rather than seeing this big wave, of thought or emotion coming towards us, we just think, it's just part of my mind, I'll let it dissolve back in. So rather than it crashing over us and knocking us down, we just allow it to dissolve back into the clarity of our mind. And then this way we can maintain, a much more peaceful life. So, is my time up? Well, one thing I forgot is that we were going to do the liberating prayer, and I thought that might be nice. Normally we do it at the beginning, but we could do it now if you'd like. Okay, so this is a lovely prayer that we do, and it's about Buddha Shakyamuni, and essentially it's helping us to connect to his good qualities, understanding that these are some of the things that we too would like to embody, and so we're making that connection through this prayer. So please enjoy.
O Blessed One, Shakyamuni Buddha, precious treasury of compassion, bestower of supreme inner peace, you who love all beings without exception, are the source of happiness and goodness, and you guide us to the liberating path. Your body is a wish-fulfilling jewel. Your speech is supreme purifying nectar, and your mind is refuge for all living beings. With folded hands I turn to you, supreme unchanging friend. I request from the depths of my heart, please give me the light of your wisdom to dispel the darkness of my mind, and to heal my mental delight through your compassionate intention. Your blessings and virtuous deeds, and my strong wish to rely upon you. May all suffering quickly cease, and all happiness and joy be fulfilled, and may holy Dhamma flourish forevermore.
I was wondering about Q&A. Should we save that for...
Feel just is in the room. You just feel the vibration. Thank you so much for your leading us in the meditation. Kelsang has offered, if you guys can hear me, I've taken some Q&As now. So if anyone has any questions that they would like to ask here, or you would be open to, if you prefer in private, she would be able to speak with you in private. So anybody have any questions or comments?
I have kind of been in and out of the study of Buddhism.
Okay.
I've been with Unity for 30 plus years now.
Oh,
And there are a lot of similarities.
right.
And what I discovered in meeting different people from around the country and around the world that are members of Unity is that they came from other faiths,
Okay.
including Hinduism.
Okay.
And my question is, in the terms they're referred to as Sanskrit, like Tantra, what exactly does Tantra mean?
Okay, that's a big question. It's a wonderful question. It's a big one. So I'll try and be brief. But yes, so okay. So in Kadampa Buddhism, which is a Mahayana tradition, which means we're seeking enlightenment for the benefit of all living beings, has two main practices. One is what we call sutra. So this is the practice of compassion, of wisdom, renunciation. And then we have the practice of Tantra, which is what we call a creative yoga, not like physical yoga, but a mental yoga, in which we imagine ourselves as an enlightened deity. And the purpose behind that is to create what we call the karma to actually become an enlightened being. So like anything, you know, everything starts in the imagination. You know, so this building began in the imagination of the architect, right? And so then he or she designed it, and then the builders came along and built it. And then you imagine this place as a unity church. And so through that imagination, you were able to kind of think, okay, we'll have, you know, the chairs there, and this will be there, and this, and then eventually it came to fruition. So Tantra functions in a similar way, in that we imagine ourselves with enlightened qualities, and eventually through that practice, it can become a reality.
So to say for my mind,
Yeah.
Tantra is a
Yes.
mind-related
Yes.
practice.
Yes.
Sutra is
It's also no. It's also mind. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you relate to the physical aspect, what is that term?
Well, I would say when it comes to Tantra, what's described in the scriptures are the inner winds, the different levels of mind. So what we just did was a meditation on our root mind, which, even though it's formless, we imagine it in our physical body at our heart center, right? So with Tantra, we're working with our inner winds and minds, which are subtle winds that flow throughout our body. And the breath, yeah, absolutely, with the breath as well. Yeah, yeah, those are aspects of tantric practice. Yeah, 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 thank you. Yeah.
In unity and in other thought, there's a lot of concentration on intention and thought and right action, which is part of the Eightfold Path. Could you kind of explain that to us?
From a Buddhist point of view, yeah. So, as I said, the Kadampa tradition is Mahayana. So there's different levels of intention depending on, what your tradition focuses on. So the Kadampa tradition focuses on reaching great enlightenment, and that intention is we recognize that beings are stuck in the cycle of suffering. We call that samsara, going round and round and round without choice. And through that, we develop a strong compassion and wish for all living beings to be free from that cycle. And then we understand that the way to make that happen is by becoming an enlightened being ourselves, a Buddha ourselves, because a Buddha has that power, that clarity of mind, that omniscience, to be able to guide and lead every sentient being eventually to enlightenment. And so that's the intention that we try and have whenever we're engaging in our practices, and even throughout the day. And I'd say with Kadampa, it's considered modern Buddhism. We call it modern Buddhism. And so what that means is we're not all, don't have the good fortune to be tucked away in some, cave somewhere meditating all the time, as nice as that might sound at sometimes. But we have families and we have jobs, and, we're out in the world working and doing things. And so we have a lot of time, that isn't informal meditation, but yet we still want to use our life in a meaningful way. So, we're given practices that we can take into our daily life, with intention to benefit others. For example, one practice we have is when we see somebody else, we remember, this person just is like me. They want to be happy and free from suffering. And so we think, to ourselves, we don't need to say it out loud, but inside we're thinking, this person is important. Their happiness matters. So keeping that sort of intention throughout the day. Yeah.
What is Buddhism's view of evil?
So, essentially, evil is stemming from what we call delusions. The main evil are delusions or negative states of mind. So no other living being is inherently evil, but people can be overcome with delusion. And so we try and see the true Buddha nature of every single living being. Every living being has a Buddha nature, because they have that clear mind, that root mind. But some people or some beings, it's just covered up, with mental delusions, such as hatred, such as greed, jealousy, these very negative states of mind that can cause people to do horrible things. So we say the person isn't evil. It's the delusion, and it's the delusion that we want to get rid of, not the person. Yeah.
Is there a sutra or group of sutras that's the focus of your practice?
Good question. Well, I would say Lam Rim is our kind of the main body of our practice, and Lam Rim focuses. Do you mean like prayers in particular, or?
Like a certain sutra book, you know, like,
Okay.
you know, I mean, Lotus, of course, is Mahayana, but
Right.
I'm just curious if you guys were focused on Heart Sutra or any other.
Well, our teacher Geshe Kelsang authored 23 books. And so they cover, like, we do have the Heart Sutra, his translation of, it's called the New Heart of Wisdom. We do have other sutras where we focus on, like, purification. But it spans the whole of Lam Rim, you know, all the stages of the path. So we focus on it all, basically. But at any given time, we can, you know, focus on, like, the classes that we have, we'll take one subject and focus on it, you know, per week, for example. Or the more in-depth study programs, we'll go through one book over the period of a year and just, you know, learn the specifics of a particular teaching. Yeah. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions? Yes, Corliss.
Comes coming to mind, is there a relationship between the root mind and intuitive thought?
Okay. So is there a relationship between the root mind and intuitive thought? Well, why that hasn't necessarily been addressed directly in the books, I would say indirectly it has, because the root mind is our Buddha seed, and, you know, Buddhas have omniscience, so they you know, they can see all living beings, their thoughts, their feelings, their past, their future, their present, you know. So I would certainly say, if, you know, through practice, our mind becomes less and less obscured by, you know, our world, or, you know, that which we're exposed to, that which, you know, clouds our mind. Through practice, eventually it can open up a little bit more, and we can, you know, become more aware of what's going on. And I would say also with our intention, you know, when you have a positive intention, like you really want to help people, then over time, your ability to help people increases, and that what may come with that is some intuition or understanding of what's needed.
So the practice, the meditation practice should possibly open you up to.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there, excuse me, is there a difference between the Buddha in the Guanyin type and the Christ spirit?
A difference between Buddha inside and Christ spirit.
The feelings?
Oh, right. I don't know. I can't really speak to that because I don't practice Christianity. But I guess it depends on how you view it, you know? Uh-huh. I think maybe you might be better suited to answer that question because I don't know from the Christian point of view. I can just say from a Buddhist point of view, you know, it's certainly an energy, and it's a knowing, it's an awareness that we develop, you know, through our practice, and perhaps the same happens, you know, within Christianity. I think, you know, our teacher Geshe says that, you know, all religions are valid. But for us, Kadampa Buddhists, that's what we focus on, you know, and so.
So was it Christ spirit, not Christianity?
Right.
But Christ spirit come together in this.
I'm not sure what Christ spirit means.
That's where I would think, I would want to understand what your definition of Christ's spirit is. And then how does that align with
Yeah.
Kadampa
Kadampa, yeah.
principles or theory?
Yeah. So what does Christ's Spirit mean to you?
Something that within me that tells me this is not the way Jesus would do it. Or
Right.
this is, you know, the Jesus teachings.
Okay. Right. So kind of like a code of moral discipline or something like that. Yeah. A conscientiousness.
Or conscious.
Right. Yeah. 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 Like yeah. I'd say they're probably very similar. You know.
It sounded like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Going through this, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I can bring these together.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, we have the 10 non-virtuous actions. We have 11 virtuous actions, and they include no killing, stealing, lying. So I think probably there's a lot of overlap in terms of that. Yeah.
Yes, I see a connection with the Christ consciousness, which is unconditional love and forgiveness and honoring humanity and doing unto others as you would have them to you. It's just some things that are coming to me here, and I definitely see a connection with the Christ consciousness.
That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way,
Yeah.
I use your mindfulness methods. I work with children with emotional behavioral difficulties, and we do mind up groups every week. And we don't go all the way to the root mind, but we do some of your practices to still the mind because they need help.
Wonderful.
Self-regulation, all that.
Oh, that's so great.
I see a lot of connection with our thought, our consciousness, and the Christ consciousness. I see that from my perspective.
Right. Great. Thank you.
Yes, we have just one more question.
One last kind of add to that is when we can let go of the idea of separation, then we all are Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness, you know, like just letting go of feeling separated from anyone or anything.
Yeah, that's one of the main teachings is the interdependence of everybody. You know, we're all interdependent upon each other. We wouldn't exist without each other. You know, so, and in that we can see the kindness of all living beings, whether they mean to be kind or not, they are, just by virtue of us benefiting from their actions. So yeah, wonderful.
Okay, well, thank you again so much for being with us today.
Oh, thank you so much.
We,
Oh, she had one.
I'm sorry, we have one last question, yes.
Does, now I got flustered. Does the Buddhist philosophy also go along with the Christ consciousness that you create your own world? You create
Yes.
your world. Is that
Absolutely. Yep. The mind is the creator of all is what we believe in Buddhism. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay.
What, do I get it? Okay.
This one's on. All right. Awesome. Okay, well, now is the time in our service, yes, where we laugh and cheer and spread joy. It's our time of giving back. Yes, exactly. When we come here, I come here, and I hope many of us find there's a refreshing, there's a re-energization. There's a vitality here. And when we, as a community, join in and just sort of get into that flow of life with our abundance, with our prosperity, with our gifts, Unity of Chattanooga uses that money not to build golden idols. Even Unity Village, of how many people have been to Unity Village in Kansas City? There's no gold statues out there. There is a very nice labyrinth and a bell tower, but there's no, we use our money to pay our speakers, to pay our electric bill, to pay our water bill. Now we have this fund that we want to enlarge the space so that we can hold more people. So your gifts are circular gifts, and your abundance and your prosperity that you share with us gets recycled and redoubled, retripled into abundance and joy and community. What's that? They what? They thousand?
I just get like with like $1 maybe, and just like slowly.
That,
And then after maybe every year or more,
yeah,
$1,000.
that's right. That's right. It grows and grows. $1 becomes $1,000.
Since you can't possibly find one thing from a video I watched, this guy had $1 only to buy a camera and he was in a Roblox game, video game, where this guy bought a camera for $1, and then there's like he take, and then when the superheroes, Spider-Man, just came flying in and took a picture at a black good time, and so they paid him $1,000 for a picture, and it keeps on and keeps on and keeps on.
Yeah, that's a great example of circular economy. You buy a camera for $1 or maybe $300, and you end up selling a picture that you took with that camera for $1,000. That's the same community and energy of life, flow of abundance that we are doing right now. So, with that in mind, let's say our offering statement together. Thank you for sharing. Through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I receive in abundance. Divine Mother, Father, God, Creator, Spirit, thank you for these gifts. Thank you for this cycle of abundance, for our wonderful speaker today and all of our future tomorrows. We love and are loved. Let's go forth this week with that in our hearts. We are loved and are loved, and so it is.
Chaplain is Num Spark today, and she will be in the back if anyone would like private prayer. And we'll hope you'll be able to stay. We do have a vegetarian potluck, so please join us and we'll sing the peace song.